There, guys. Oh my. Already starting off on a good foot. Hold on. Hey there, guys, gals, fans, and pals. Alright. Good. Fantastic. Let's try this again. Good. Hey there, guys, gals, fantastic. Fans, and pals. Oh, and I was not muted on myself. Good. We're off to a really good start. Welcome to another episode of Timberborn. I'm your host, JohnMegacycle. We're playing on a map called Ant Farm V3. I'm going to go get the link for that so you can check it out if and you like. It's Ant Farm V3 in the Steam Workshop. Very interesting map. For today's session, I'm actually going to start just to show you what it looks like in case you haven't seen it yet. But it is a very interesting map. A Bros of Folk Tales. We got a lot of maps we're stocking up. This is a 16 by 64 map, which makes it very thin and very wide at the same time. Quay. Good day, Nedved. How are you, sir? There we go. Words are tough. Words are hard. But this gives you a good idea of what the map looked like before we mess with it. Good day, LG. Welcome, everybody. Everyone likes to be addressed formally, maybe not. I don't know. If ever I meet someone new, I'm always like, sir, ma'am, however you prefer to be addressed. But I like to be formal and proper. I don't usually swear around somebody or curse unless we're familiar and that's okay. We got some bad nicknames for our friends. Not like terrible, but like, what's up, idiot? It's like if I call you an idiot, it's like, hey, we're good friends. We're on good terms, right? That kind of a thing. Thank you, District Spark. I need to finish this here coffee. Good day, sir. Good day. But this is what Ant Farm looked like before we messed with the whole business. So, multi-layered insanity. And Nedven's going live in 15 minutes. We'll be sure to give him a shout when they go live. Struggling engineer. Good morning. Good morning. It's fun to stay up late. Good morning. Good morning to you. I've got that. I've got Rain Man, Music Man in my head. So I've got old Broadway plays and Slipknot in my brain in the same time. I woke up with both of those things. So I don't know if you're gonna get Oklahoma or 30-30-150. I don't know if you're going to get Phantom of the Opera or Psychosocial. I don't know if you're gonna get. I don't know what the barometric pressure is right now. If I insult you to your face, we're best friends. Yeah. Otherwise, like if I'm very formal, I don't know how to tread, but I always want to be cordial with folks, right? So if I'm being like over the top formal, oh yes, Your Excellency, I agree with such decision-making skills. Ha ha ha! Very good. Then it's like there's a phrase like in the South. It's like, oh bless your heart, which means like I kind of think you're an idiot. Yeah, I don't know what's going on for today, but good day, Lero. Good day, Struggling Engineer. Nedved, District Spark, LG. Did I get everybody? I might have got everybody. EREBODY, everybody. I wake up, I take care of the cats, litter, shower, workout. I do like my whole thing, and it was a mix between Phantom of the Opera and Slipknot, and that was kind of where I was at this morning. We're out of planks, and we're out of lumber. Right, we're waiting a bit. So here's the plan with this for today. We're gonna kick this right in the jeans, right in the Levi's, and we're gonna go 30 speed. We're going 30 speed for a couple of reasons. One, I need you to recalculate, buddy. Everything's wrong. Yeah, bless your heart. Bless your for those that aren't from around here. I guess like there's a jokey kind of a connotation between those that live in the north and the south. So what happens is like there's like little colloquialisms that you pick up, and it's like, oh, I didn't know that. Regional differences. That's probably the idea. So like you have like, is this a soda or is this a pop? Depending on where you live, is this a soda or is this a pop? Is it a drinking fountain or is it a bubbler? Right? These are just simple regional differences. Why are there ads? There should not be ads. I specifically, dear Mr. or Mrs. Twitch, I explicitly blah blah blah. No ads in the morning. Whatever. Yes, I'm an old school metalhead for real. Been to concerts. That's also why my left shoulder screwed up. Oh, welcome back. I was in the pit. It was Hatebreed was like the headliner or something. But there was someone I wanted to see before Hatebreed. I think it was like Lollipop Lust Kill or something. Like I wasn't there to see Hatebreed, but Hatebreed was there, and their mosh pit was not a pit, it was a circle. And there were gentlemen much larger than I was in high school, and they moshed me. They picked me up and pushed me a bit, and then I got thrown into sound equipment, and my left arm got the fence. And so what happened is, oh, thank you very much for the sub. Bad water source, cockapoo pee pee water. You got it. Oh, name the source. Yeah, you got it. So I got thrown into some sound equipment, and it dislocated my left shoulder. And if anyone's ever dislocated their shoulder, you know that's a fun time. I loved being in the pit. Oh my gosh, because like, I'll talk about this in a second. Cockapoo water. Wata? We're at a character limit. You get wata. A good mosh pit has its own code of conduct, right? It's not just punks punching each other. Like, let me make that clear. It's a strong sense of camaraderie. If you're in a good pit and you get knocked down, you are picked back up immediately. You're not stomped, you're not trampled on. Like, a good mosh pit has everyone looking out for each other. And that sounds maybe kind of weird, but that's absolutely how that works. You do not want someone on their back in a mosh pit. You do not want that. So when I've gone to punk shows, I've gone to heavy metal shows, in a good functioning pit with people that are actively trying to do moshing, that's how that's supposed to go down. Now, you're going to find a renegade once in a while that is like, oh, I go to the pit just to punch people. It's like, that's not the intent. If you want to go to punch people, go to a boxing pugilist punch ring or something. I don't know. Also, maybe check your emotions at the door. Maybe you're bringing a little too much heavy on the way in. That's also a different school of thought. I'm going to put it back to 30. There's kind of nothing for me to do right now. How did I get on this conversation? Right, so I've got like a giant, what are they called? CD book? You know, like way back when CDs were like really a thing, and I just have a huge thing of CDs and I got a bunch of concert tickets in it. And yeah, I've seen Slipknot, Tenacious D, System of a Down, Disturbed, Lollipop Lust Kill, Orgy, which is a band name, don't look it up. Hatebreed, I think I said Disturbed. I've seen Anti-Flag. I've seen my fair share of bands. I've been to plenty of shows. And they were great. I like the energy behind live concerts, live, you know, it's not live theater, but it's like that presentation of being in the moment. Ah, oh, so good. Did I see Edema live? No, I don't think so. But yeah, so heavy metal's my jam. I've not been able to go to Rammstein show. Oh, I went to now that you say that though, I went to a Rob Zombie show. Oh my god, that was crazy. Rob Zombie is insane. And like in a good way. Like it was such a good show. Oh man. Yeah, it's hard to explain because I like to keep everything in this channel like above a certain grade, and that is not the grade I want to be in right now to have a conversation. But I guess open statement. If you have an opportunity to go see like a live show of a thing, you owe it to yourself at least one time. You owe it to yourself to at least one. Yeah, it was spicy. It was very spicy. But yeah, like I said, I like to keep a persona of like, I don't steal bubblegum anymore. It's like, is that what you went to jail for? I was in the pen for a nickel, and it's like nickel is slang for 5 years. You got processed for 5 minutes. You weren't. You weren't. Get out of here. I've not seen Pantera. I've not been to a Pantera show. It's a bit much now. Like when I was going in high school. Like you got all that youthful energy and whatever. Quick Star don't. Oh, from Quick Trip? Is that like a Quick Trip spinoff? Weenie Hut Jr. is now. I didn't set this to cut, did I? Come on, what is this, for decoration? Get to it. Dorks. I know it's my fault. I'm still gonna make it somebody else's problem. How do we go? Oh, yeah, so you might get some weird musings today. Not in a bad way, but just... Oh, before I pander on any further, we should talk about what today's stream looks like. So yesterday, I alluded to we were going to play a different game when the game was ready. And the game is ready right now. We're going to play Engines of Destruction sometime this morning. This morning, local time to me. I'm just waking up a little bit here. I'm going to put it in chat. That's not the thing I wanted to paste. Cool. You can click that link. It's safe. It's not going to get you anywhere. Good day, Artok. Welcome. We are going to play Engines of Destruction. I'm trying to get the link for it. I really wish I saw... Yeah, there's a bunch of bands I really wish I could see, because I'd love to have seen... I would have loved to have seen Coal Chamber. I would have loved to have seen... Megadeth. Oh man, I would love to see Megadeth, Motley Crue. Like, there's a lot of bands I wish I could have seen. Anyway, I gotta get these thoughts out, or it's gonna be muddled as crap. So we're going to be playing Engines of Destruction eventually. The playtest started yesterday because I'm new to the fold. I did not have access until this morning. Shout out to HatDatSat for that. HatDatSat. They're a swell streamer. Yeah, they're a swell streamer. They got me the playtest hookup. We're going to be playing with them in Stetchy. We're playing a 3-player team in Engines of Destruction. So when that happens, I don't know. So what we're going to do is, when that does occur, we're probably going to... Yes, sir. Absolutely. We'll give you a shout once you're live and everything, my friend. Have yourself a delightful stream. We're going to... Prepara. Yeah, no. Keep it. Keep the energy. Prepara. It sounds awesome, right? No, keep it. That's the new thing. That makes it sound like epic. It's like Walking War Robots, but for PC. Yeah, it's like a Mech Warrior game. After looking at it, reminds me very much of a Mech Warrior game. Avada. Yeah, it's just like, is that Spanish? Is that Portuguese? What is that? No, it's my own made-up language, and you don't know it. Haha. Prepara. Un preparatorio, mofo. So... I need to finish these thoughts. I'm sorry. I'm the one that's causing my own schizophrenia, bipolar, whatever we're going to call it, ADD today. What's going to happen is we're going to raid somebody. Because that might not be your jam. So we'll either raid someone who's also doing Timberborn, or we might just raid Nedved if we can. That might be a really easy way to handle things. I think that'll work out really nicely. So we'll do that. Then I'll stop my stream. Because we've raided someone, duh. Take about, like, I don't know, 20 minutes? I don't know how long it's going to take for us to, like, get coordinated. I just downloaded the game right now, so I haven't created an account or anything. I haven't signed up for the whatever. So, like, get an account ready, get our team call sign ready, get our mech together. That kind of hoo-ha-ery kind of the vibe. I don't really care where this is built. I'm ready to finish the map. So that's kind of the vibe. And then I'll just restart the stream. And I'll be like, here we go, doing a thing. That's kind of the plan. I believe that... Name the account after me. Account. Oh, no, it's... It'll be tied to, like, my Steam. I'm not... I appreciate you, I do, but I'm not renaming my Steam at this point. That's not... That's nil pois, not gonna happen. No way. Oh god. Name the stream after you? What? Oh my gosh. I mean, Struggling Engineer might make sense for the name of the stream anyway, because it's my first foray into the game. So what are we at? Okay, so I was hoping to finish this up before that happened, but I kind of feel like I've beaten the map. To a point. We had 5.4 before. We have 4.5 numbers now. And we have more than enough. We have another full day. Awesome. Name the desktop. Actually, the funny thing is, if you do click on that link for the game, if you do click on it, one of the pictures in the thing is about the mech's name is John Mech. Legit. Oh crap! Sorry. Thank you, Struggling Engineer. Quick trip in Iowa. Because some legal thing, either Casey's agreement that was broke or because we already had a quick trip. Yeah. We had that a bunch up here too. They're called quick trips or quick trip full or something. It's not, there is something going on. I don't know if that's a colloquialism or a local thing or if that's like the name of the spin-off company or something. But yeah. This should all get muted. UT? Oh, quick properly spelt with a Q. Got it. These aren't automated, actually. That's fine. This is gonna be, though. Yeah. Okay, that's fair. I stopped going to Quick Trip about... I want to say like 2 years ago. For reasons I'm not really going to go into, but if you know who I am as a person, you probably could figure it out. I realize they support stuff I don't support, and that's a real easy conversation. The best way you could speak your mind is via the wallet. So that's about it. And that actually gives me a much better opportunity to support local businesses anyhow. So I certainly don't mind. I think we talked about everything I want to talk about. Oh, a district was in here too. You also should go check them out. They are a wonderful, engaging, delightful, beautiful Twitch streamer as well. And in a second here, Nedved's going to be live. We'll also give them a shout so you can check them out. Scream and shout, check them out. They called us a dead generation. They told us that we wouldn't survive. They left us alone in the maelstrom. As you can see, we're all plenty alive. Know where you are, we're coming. And trying to say that shit to our face. 30, 31, 50 remembers. 30, 31, 50 hates. Oh, I do remember all the lyrics. Nice. Nedved Twitch is live as well. We did say we give him a shout. They're playing Voices of the Void. It's a psychological thriller, psychological horror game they found on Kickstarter. It's been around for a while, I think. The sci thriller, sci horror doesn't really get... I don't... it's not my style. Is it a bad game? No. Is it a bad game for me? Oh, yeah. So, if that's your style, check them out. They're also a delightful chap. But the Quicks are the only place that gets Sprecher Pop. There's a local grocery store, and by say local, I mean 20-minute drive. But there's a local grocery store here that has, like, all the Spreckers. Sprecher root beer, Sprecher with honey wood fire? I don't know the difference. At this point of the game, my body just responds to sugar, I guess. So I can't tell the difference. I'm sure someone loses their mind over it. Like someone's like, oh, but was it roasted over a propane tank or wood fire? Was it brewed on a Tuesday or half past Easter? Was it I don't know, man. That gets shut off right away. Where's I going with that tangent? No idea. More lyrics. So we're starting the final hoo-ha-ery. The idea is that's going to shut off on the soonish. Or it's going to get full, and that's going to be that. There's another game. Shout out to Naven the Raven. They sent me a cute little... Oh, thanks, man. Much appreciated. Yeah, was it oak or pine? Was it rubbed with the finest of perfumes or simply sprayed into the air like a plebeian? I don't know, man. You have a limited time on this planet, and this is what you're deciding to waste your energy on? Come on. Just hug it out or something. But thank you. Thank you very much, District Spark. Again, I can't say it enough. Well, I can, because I'm inexhaustible. And that's not really a compliment for me or anyone else in the room. But the idea is, please go check out District Spark. Not only District Spark, but also their wonderful community that they have hand-forged, artisan crafted through the fires of... I don't know. They probably worked with Hephaestus in the volcano and forged a wonderful gaming community with the Grecian titans and marinated in the time with Kronos and such. I have no idea. You have to find something to waste your energy on or else you go mad. Yeah, and I really want to find, like, a frickin' job so I can spend all my bull on that. I can't. It makes me sad. Oh, right. Everyone looks like a dwarf. Because we're bipedal humanoids. That's not fair. If you're trying to dig on yourself, that's not fair. Oh, I made a funny. If you're gonna dig on yourself, like it's a dwarf. Gerber. I'm so smart. Oh boy, that sounds like an insult an elf says to a dwarf. A dwarf has like a one-liner, and then the elf just looks at him. Yeah, good dig, man. Okay, anyway. Naven the Raven sent me this. Looks interesting. Have not had any energy to touch it. Heard good and weird and bad things about it. Am interested to take a gander of this on my own, so that's something maybe we do sometime. There's so many games I want to play. I wish I could tie all the energy here. No, dwarves distinctly look like giants. They're only about 4 feet tall. I suppose that's true. I think I'm going off of the nomenclature that... how is 3 like 7 million? 3 like 7 million? 3 is very much like 7 million. Why? They're both numbers. Boom. There we go. I was thinking more Dwarven Forge Master. Oh, I get it. Yes, sorry. Get placated by my own dumb crap, and this is going to happen a lot. We're already a quarter way through. Materials delivered. Should probably reactivate the Builders Guild so we can get some progress on this. I believe one of my teammates is Eastern European, and the other teammate is Western European. So I don't know how the timetable works for either of them, but I mean, I'm awake right now, I think. Does anybody get a price check as to whether or not I'm awake? I don't know if... This could be another dream. I had a Timberborn dream, which is what happens after I play a game for a month straight or whatever. I think I put a farm in a wrong spot, and then I was irritated with myself for the entire gaming session. And I was just ribbing on myself. Oh man, maybe somebody didn't put the farm in a dumb spot. I think that was like the gist of the convo. Okay, let's talk about all the things. I need more metal, but I also need more workers. We have a few workers that are injured. That is paused. This is working to whatever extent. I need more treated planks, actually. I need another 1,500. We have a lot of treated planks still going, yeah. Planks, gears, about 400 metal. We're going to have 2/3 of the metal. We might be able to wrap this up in short time. If we do finish this out really quickly, like I said, I don't know if Stetchy's going to be awake in 5 minutes or 9 hours. Man, that means they can sleep 10 hours. That's crazy. I gotta ask them what their family recipe is for that. It's really difficult having a conversation with someone that isn't a morning person about sleeping patterns. Dude, how do you sleep past 5:30 in the morning? I'm waking up without alarms. Like, I've been waking up without an alarm clock for ages. How do you do that? They're like, you know how you're sleeping? Keep going. And it's like, that's not how that works. That's not how that works for a morning person. Get out of here. That's not how that works. Not sad or mad or whatever, just like, I'm letting you know that's not, you know, it's like if you have to talk to somebody about something that they just cannot relate to, it's a funny conversation. I'm going to steal these 4 workers. I don't need them right now. Kuna was here, just like you found an item in Legend of Zelda. Da-na-na-na, Kuna was here. Those 2 can get paused. I don't need any of that. This is on dial thing. That's done for 12 days. How much water do we have? 34 days. Yes! Yes! I need more workers. Alright, they're all working in the factories. Let's pause the that. And the that, because I don't have any way to make more stuff. Can I snickety snack on that metal there? It looks so tasty. Short answer, no. Long answer, no. Oh, that's just annoying. Are we making dirt still? No. No. Sometimes you just gotta look it in the face and say, no. Gears? We could use more gears, that'd be great. Good. Yeah, we're just cranking through gears and planks. I don't need this, thanks. Is there anywhere else I can snickety snack more workers? I don't think so. Yeah, we're gonna muscle through this so I can at least get the badge of completion. There's a couple of maps that we've been looking at and talking about. What is that from? Oh, Undertale. Right. I found a video that mashes that with Swiggity Swooty coming for that booty, and I laughed. Oh my god. Hilarious. So good. So good. Okay, I'm gonna go find it now. You're all doomed. You're gonna be subjected to this. Is it called It's Showtime? Undertale. I think it's called Showtime. How do I lower the volume before I listen to a video? Cripes, that's loud. Yeah. Put that on repeat. Okay, sorry. What are we doing? The verticality of the pause button is so disorienting. I actually really like it because it looks like a pig snout. Does it look like a pig snout? Yeah? Round end? Snoot? Looks like a pig snout. And now that I've told you it's a pig snout, now you cannot see it's not a pig snout. Did you know that pigs and beavers are mortal enemies? So when you pause your industry, that's why it looks like a pig snout? That's a true thing I just made up right now. Yeah. Damn it. Oh, this is gonna be a day. I'm gonna annoy everyone on my team. I'm gonna annoy everyone on the other team. I hope comms are shared. Communication. I hope communication channels are shared. Oh, that. Well, I stand by what I said. It's a pig snout. Yeah, it goes all the way to the top. It goes all the way to the top. I don't get it. Oh, here's another cool thing. Do you see how I'm clicking on this pump and it's highlighted? Do you see how it's not clicked now? Watch this. You see this right here? I clicked on it. This pause button is the large water pump down below. Not this, because this is working. The pause button is not a UI element. The Beebs put it there every time you pause a building. It's the universal symbol for, hey, we're not working right now. Please come back later. I believe that. I believe that with all my heart and soul. I still stand by what I said. It looks like a pig snoot. Damn it. Alright. I need someone to feed me sugar so I just burn out really fast today and then put me down for a nap. That's what's gotta happen today. We got a ad thing here in 30 seconds. 50 seconds? 50 seconds, folks. Please get up, get some stretching in. Get some water inside of your face. Struggling engineer, I'm looking at you, friend. You gotta hydrate up. No excuses. Put some hydration into your face meats and go until it's gone. What's gotta happen? That does sound like a plan. How fun would it be if you flicked the new levers, a beaver to go flip it before it was switched? That's how it works in RimWorld, and it sucks. I hate that. That's exactly how that works in RimWorld. I want you to shut off this machine. Okay. Who the hell said okay? Just shut off the machine. No, someone has to go physically do the thing. Ah. Really? Butts Deluxe, dog. Butts Deluxe. Yeah, that's something that took me an embarrassing amount of time to figure out that that's what was going on. Ani does that too. Ugh. I need this machine turned on or everyone's gonna die. Okay. Well, the person that was gonna go do it died, as was tradition or whatever. It's like, no! I get it. I get it. A little bit of abstraction goes a long way, though. Like, I get you're trying to keep it, like, real or whatever. But it's like... the machine I built to be self-powering or whatever isn't self-powering as well as it should be. Could someone please go jostle the thing? And then they just jostle themselves to death, and it's like, well, alright. I guess I didn't want to play this game that much anyway, it's fine. I guess I just wanted to play solitaire with extra steps. You can put a switch on the wall, you can click yourself. But if you don't, a dupe has to go do it. Ugh. Basically... but beavers won't die until they finish their task. Really? That sounds like some Warhammer 40k shiz. Oh, ads. Dun, na, 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 na. I get to punish everyone who's subscribed because now you're going to hear me unfiltered. Dun, na, na, na. I'm a good non-incentive to subscribe to because I'm going to annoy everyone and their parents probably. Bum 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 bum. Dun, 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 na, 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 na. No, okay. That's convenient. Yeah, how you doing, friend? Oh, boy. It's a Robin Hood ad about betting. Because it knew our conversation from yesterday, struggling. It all started yesterday. It was offered that a way to ease my financial woes would be to start gambling on things. And we joked, and I'm like, I know what I should bet on. My first bet is going to be the end of the world. Is the world going to end, yes or no? No. Because one of two things is going to happen. Either the world doesn't end, and I get paid, or the world ends, and then I won't care, right? Dude, using the maths. M-A-F-F-S. Maths. Hit him with the maths. Hate him. Okay. That down. Thank you. We're out of the scrippity scratch. Then no. Okay. All right. All right. Genius. Yeah. Thanks. There's got to be some, like, even if the odds are like you get 1.1 times the money or whatever, for every 10 cents you put in, you get 11 cents or whatever. Gosh, could you imagine having to report that on your taxes? Oh, we saw that there was an unexplained income that you had last year. Would you care to explain that? No. Well, we're going to ask you to explain that, rats. I gambled that the world wasn't going to end, and I won. Like, what do they send you? A 1099 for that? Come on. a 1099 int? What's that going to be? I would feel so I couldn't do that kind of gambling anyway. Even if I had the money and I wanted to, it's not in my morality complex. In Germany, gambling is exempt from taxes. Really? Y'all got any open positions on existing over there? I could fill some timetables. All right, this can be shut off. I'm being a little more proactive on nullifying my industry so we can keep the mining rig going. I'm just short on metal now, really, to finish this out. Yeah, it's like, we were talking about gambling yesterday, and it was like, there's sites that bet on literally everything. I'm like, man, reading this stuff is depressing. I get that this is a piece of media not designed for my digestion, and that's fine. I recognize not everything has to be for me. I get that, but man, this is just disheartening completely. Ugh. If popular YouTuber that talks their face off gets punched, how many times will they get punched? I don't know. But if they do get punched, can we also bet on the things that whoever's punching them says? Like, oh, it looks like it's punch 30. Like that? Okay. That's still depressing, but... Oh, it's o'clock. I don't know. That's what I'll do. I'll start a new betting website that whenever something stressful or tense or dramatic happens, what is the catchphrase that is used beforehand? I don't have the slightest idea. I looked at the site for like 5 seconds, got depressed, moved on. I could not tell you. Johnny Business. Johnny Business is the fellow that runs business and betting and emporium and controls or whatever. I don't know. Yeah. Already full of that. That can tamp down. Odin Spire, thank you very much for the follow. I appreciate it very much. Dude, we just had a drought. You don't even have to win the bet to make the money. Yeah, you could bet for the negative, sure. Yeah, hello, Odin Spire. I kind of hate how there's an American financial company named Robin Hood. As a British socialist anarchist, it feels like cultural appropriation. Sarcasm, deep down, not actually sarcasm. No, I get it. Nope, I get it. For sake of argument, yeah. Yep. The world's a little bit crap. If you bet yes at 4%, then sell your bet at 20%. You're betting mid-bet? You can wait. That's just stock exchanges with extra steps. What? Okay. Well, I understand that this is a subject of conjecture that is too far for my primitive mind to understand, so I'm just gonna giggle at it. I don't have any reserves. That's the like this. I was hoping this was gonna turn into a career, and heck, I've been doing the YouTube thing for like 13 years. I was hoping this was gonna take off and at least pay my electric bill, but it does not, and that's fine. Yeah, selling a poker hand. I got 2 aces before the flop. Who wants a piece of this? Oh my god. Prediction markets are betting markets made a baby with the stock market. Cool. 2 vague concepts that if you had to ask someone to explain it to a 9-year-old, you could not do so successfully. That was kind of like our bellwether for when we were working with certain managers. It's like, you have to be able to explain it to a child. Is the person with a mentality of a child? No. But if you could explain a fairly complex concept to a kid, and they have at least a vague understanding of what's going on, you did all right. You did okay. You didn't win it or whatever. But like, if you understood something enough, they could be like, all right, here's how this works. And they could at least be like, oh, okay, I don't like that. And it's like, okay, you were able to form an opinion on it. That's cool. You at least understood some of that. Green Danger Noodle, another fine streamer to check. Green Danger Noodle. I don't know if I spelt any of that right. I did. Or I've recommended somebody who is spelled not the same. You'll find all the beeves. Also, good day, friend. Hope you're doing well today. I think we're good on lumber for the rest of the game. That cut down a little bit more. Katiana, another fine stream. Everyone's getting shout-outs today, Kat. I'm not gonna spell this right. I'm so sorry. Yana. Boom. Did I get it? Heck yeah. Or again, I recommended somebody else that's not real. Fantastic. I messed that up real bad. Somebody, Aricia, rated us a couple of sessions ago, and I was like, hey, I remember you. And then, what? Okay, I think you've... Hold on. Does this work? Oh, yeah. Right, okay. I was like, I genuinely don't know what was going to show up, but I knew something was going to show up. Oh my goodness, we got so many. Dragon Green also gets a everyone gets a shout out. You get a shout out, and I get a shout out. I'm gonna shout out myself after this. How did you like Kingdoms of the Dump? I thought it was a really cute RPG. I have not played it yet, but I saw like the Steam page and everything. It looked really cute. It looked really cute. What did you think of it though? You really like it? That's awesome. Yeah, punny, funny, silly RPG was kind of my quick glance at it, and I'm like, if I get through the 7 other RPGs I have to play and finish and record, I'll take a gander at that one. But I have not. But cool. All right, glad you liked it. What is it? Does this do anything? If I... Okay. So it does let you shout out yourself. That's cute. Reminds me of a few SNS RPG games. Yeah. At a quick glance, it kind of reminded me of Earthbound. And then, like, I saw a different video, and I'm like, this is kind of Chrono Trigger-y as well. Not Secret of Mana, because Secret of Mana's combat wasn't turn-based. It was, like, real-time combat, which I thought was really ambitious for an RPG. But they did an alright job of it. Russia figures I would try to stream tomorrow night. Need a break from knitting. That's awesome. Have you thought of streaming knitting, Tatiana? Have you ever thought of, like, we're gonna stream watching a movie, and I'm gonna knit, and you have a knit cam, a knitting cam, or whatever? It might be dope. I just got corrected by a friend. Gambling is only exempt from taxes if it's not your main income. If you're a professional poker player, you still pay. I think that's fair. I think that's reasonable. Probably. Thought of doing painting like that. I think that would be dope, right? Struggling Engineer was chatting in here about like wanting to do like music stuff, getting into music making, but also doing it live, and that was a fun conversation. The only secret mana part is how the battle grid is set up. Oh, I see. Okay. So many good old RPGs. Yeah, a petting the cat stream? That would be dope. If only we got Wi-Fi in our walk-up's basement. What about like an extender? A Wi-Fi extender? Something like that. Yeah. Yeah, Wi-Fi extender, also known as a really long cable. So if I'm not a professional, but I win 3x my salaries, I consider my main source of income for the year. In Germany terms, I have no idea. I think how it works in America is you're charged immediately based on the money. Like if you hit a slot machine, for example, and it goes apeshit, and you win $10,000, I think they take a cut right there. I think that's how that works. Like there's a certain figure, someone comes over, changes out the ticket or something, and then you go to the, not pit boss, the cash counter, whatever it's called, where they have live tellers. You could either take your ticket to an ATM stylized machine and say, I want to cash out, and it kicks out the cashy money, right? Or you go to the thing and they do it. But yeah, if it's a certain amount, The cage, yeah. 1200? That sounds about right. I have no idea what it is. The pit boss, you gotta defeat him or get your cash. Pit boss is the guy that runs the blackjack. So this is kind of what I was saying. Like, I'm not even doing much. I think we've kind of beaten the map. This was such a critical part of it. Yeah, that was dope. I think it has to be a minimum average over a certain time to be considered regular income. I'd say that true. Big jackpots are a net of taxes. Yeah. I used to do the math for slot machines, but I never got a feel for gambling. It also depends on jurisdiction more and more, because, so here's the thing. There are 2 casinos near where I live. There is the Ho-Chunk tribe, which is the Native American tribe that this land was originally. And they have 2 casinos. One casino is not zoned for gambling, but bingo is not considered gambling. So the slot machines and poker machines and keno machines and craps machines are all electronic. But if you look at the screen, there's a bingo game happening. You're really playing a game of bingo that is being obfuscated as a game of poker. Where? So you're not really gambling. If you travel about an hour north, you'll find the Ho-Chunk Casino. And the Ho-Chunk Casino is real gambling, real blackjack, real poker. You're not playing a game of bingo. That's how that works. So, like, that's even another thing. So, like, I had an avid gambling friend when they were going to this casino. Man, I'm so glad they built this casino real by. This is great. I'm like, I don't know anything about gambling. I do know that's not reservation land. Like, I do know that that's not regulated for gambling in the way you're thinking. And they're like, nah, man, they got slats and slots and other words I'm gonna mess up. It's great. And I'm like, that's not... I'm telling you for a fact it's not regulated that way. But they didn't believe me, and I went in one time with them like, you're playing bingo. You're playing Baskin Robbins 31 flavors of bingo. Okay, sorry, I ranted. I gotta catch up on chat here. Wisconsin. Yep, you nailed it. If you do the math, you know it's a terrible idea to gamble. Yep. A general idea of the world is depressingly filled with sports gambling houses. There's 5 in walking distance. Holy crap. Bruh. Well, I don't know what that applies to because I talk too much. Love doing Texas Hold'em nights with friends, no more than $5 buying for the night. Yeah. Yep. My Gram did like toothpicks. Toothpicks. Colored toothpicks were the money, but just to have fun, man. That's all it is. I've been to Ho-Chunk Casino. The Ho-Chunk Casino is friggin' dope. When I used to smoke cigarettes, that's where I would go. Drive like an hour north. Do the Ho-Chunk thing, a little bit of gambling. Buy a carton of cigarettes for like $20 less. I'm like, man, for the money I just saved in these cartons, I could play some blackjack for a while. Having more gambling houses in walking distance and grocery stores, not a sign. We have here, so if we're counting every single bar that has virtual slot machines as a gaming establishment, we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 gambling houses in this village I have. Places where you can gamble. There is no grocery stores. There are 2 petrol stations that sell food, but those aren't gas stations. Like playing Schopkopf. That sounds like a swear in German. Which is a traditional Bavarian game. Alright, I was kind of close. In Bavaria, it's not considered gambling, but in all other German states, it is. I'm in Chicago, the city, surprised that there's a casino in town. Inside Chicago proper? There's a bunch of gambling houses like west of, like, I forget it exists. Oh, I see what you mean. Yeah. I know of a couple gambling establishments in like Batavia and that area, West Chicago, like the suburb, not like west of Chicago. Like there's a suburb called West Chicago, like around there. $5 is just to keep our friends who want to play but spend the whole night on their phone for show. Yeah. And it's actually funny because that's the same conjecture I said before about running tournaments in a Discord and gaming, gaming social group that doesn't ask for money. Like for all the tournaments I run, like I don't ask for money. They just like, you want to play, freaking show up. And then I write the bracket for like an RTS, like Generals. We talked about Command and Conquer Generals, and then it's like half the people didn't show up, and it's like I just need to like charge people like $5 or something. Not that I want the money, but just so people freaking show up if they say they're gonna show up. That's it. That's all I'm looking for. Not looking to make... I'm not gonna retire on a $5, but if that makes you show up, awesome. Ah, that turns on and that turns on. The old Bloomington's home building is the Bailey's Casino where they built the Sun Times used to print. Oh, okay. I think I know about where that is, maybe. I haven't talked about Chicago in a very, very long time. Not, like, seriously. Frickin' wild. Central Keeper, good day, friend. Good day to you, good day, friend. We're gonna go hydrate a Nedved. Good day, friend. What is that? Little Annie? The sun will come up tomorrow. Bet your bottom dollar that tomorrow. I don't know the lyrics. That's all I got. I did say this was either gonna be operatic or Slipknot somewhere in here. I did say that at the beginning of the stream. Thank you, District Spark. Tomorrow. Bet your bottom dollar that tomorrow. I don't remember the rest of the lyrics. It's fine. Okay, we got kind of nothing to do. So now, here's the other question. What do I do in between us beating this map and Engines of Destruction? What do we do? Do we speedrun Techopolis 3? I don't want to touch another complex mod pack for at least another 2 months. Oh man, that was a lot of fun. But yikes. It was so much effort. And District Spark and Katiana and JC and a lot of other really wonderful streamers are also doing that same pack. And yeah, we all came to like the same conclusion. Like we were talking, you know, like I was listening or whatever. And it was like, yeah, we thought that the District Spark with their crew was like, we thought this was like a middle pack. We thought this was going to be like a stopgap in between us doing what we were doing and something else. But this thing is taking the house and the car and the sink. This is a while. Yeah, we all got kind of fleeced on it. So like when I loaded it up, whatever, I'm like, yeah, this will be a nice, because like I've told the story a bunch of times. I talked to District and I'm like, hey, do you think this would be a good map for someone that doesn't really play modded Minecraft? And District was very helpful and said, yeah, this one's got a good walkthrough. It's got a solid quest line. It's good for someone who doesn't really play modded Minecraft or Minecraft at all. I'm like, slam a jam, awesome. So I fired it up. And we played for it took me a month. And that's no insult to, like, I'm not saying, like, anything to, that's not like, oh, District, I'm angry at you. Rah, rah, rah. Like, District didn't know either. It was bananas. So it was kind of funny. So it was like, we all got kind of fleeced about it. Yeah, so Katiana and District, yeah, just like we got in and it was like, I played for, like, the first week. And then I looked at the tech tree and I'm like, oh god, this is not good for business. This is gonna be a while. But I want to finish it. So then we finished it. And I'm like, I'm not touching Minecraft for a while. Like, yeah, we all got kind of hosed on it, but it was still a fun, you know, it's still a fun camaraderie experience of, you know, lads in the bunkers or whatever. You can join me in rejoining the shop since the customer decided to change everything after we were ready to go to production. Yeah, I'll redraw some stuff. If you want a non-engineer to look at a thing. Have you ever been to Pearphase Glen? I have not. I may have to set up a goal of just getting to the Nether before District JC finish so I can move on to something else. Hang on. What happens if somebody joins a game with a quest already completed? Oh, it wouldn't matter because the item has to be in the inventory, right? Tatiana, what if you jump into my single-player game and we just knock out all the quests? And then you can take a screenshot and be like, I beat it, look at that. Would that be acceptable? It'd be sneaky AF and a little underhanded, but still, funny. Freak out JC with it. Like, District's here. District is in on it too. We'll take a screenshot of you holding Funobtainium or whatever the crap the last item was, I can't remember now. The final Technium ingot. Like, you then send a screenshot to JC and be like, hey, what's up, Giggle Pants? Guess who finished the game already? And then JC will be like, what? Yeah. That might be really fun. And it'll have, like, your name and everything, so it's like, yeah, I did it. What's up? Just to freak him out. If you want to do that sometime, let me know. That would be hilarious. Or actually, same thing. We'll have a picture of you holding, like, the final singularity or something. Like, almost the last item. And send a picture to JC, be like, hey, do you know what I'm supposed to be doing with this? Hey buddy pal friend, I need some help. Do you know what I'm supposed to be doing with this? Oh, that'd be great. Okay. Oh, I'm a jerk. This is my level of jerk. Like, I'm not gonna let air out of your tires and whiz on your rose bushes or whatever. This is the kind of dumb crap I like. Okay. So sorry. I got into a tangent. Central Keeper asks, what do you do after this map? So, I'm already thinking of how to build my next city. Fantastic. Today, sometime, we're going to be playing Engines of Destruction. I just got word back from Stetchy, one of my teammates, and they said they were just on the servers and there are no available matches. So, let's see here. Let me actually check if there are any matches to be found this morning. There were not enough players even online, so basically didn't find any matches. Is the PvE style an option? Okay. So the idea is I'd like to play that sometime today. Mech warrior style. Big stompy robots with guns on them. The game is advertised as a PvP and PvE experience. So if it's just me playing the PvE experience, I'm fine with that. Heck, my brain is split in so many ways. I can be my own team. Yeah. So there's a playtest right now. Do I have any tickets? I have 3 tickets. 3 invite tickets. The only problem is, if you friend me right now, I can't invite you to a playtest for 30 days. Yeah, not MechWarrior. Wait. Yeah. Yeah, it does look a lot like that. Sounds good, Katiana. Have a good meeting. And have a good day. Have a good meeting. And have a good day. I don't need any more lumber. Stamp. Where's the other guy? You're right behind the tree. Alright, can I have you powered back on? Go down to 6. Frickin' rockin' awesome. The other thing is, I'm not really too sure what to do before that happens. So, Naven the Raven also granted me this game. So this is another thing we could talk about doing. I don't know if I want to do that today, but there's a bunch of options. We've got some stuff to do. We got some stuff to show, right? So like I said, I don't know how the format of this whole conversation is going to go. If it's I'm guessing what's going to happen is I'm going to raid somebody. Just so if you want to keep watching the Timberborn thing, no problem. Raid somebody, you can keep that going on. Then I'm gonna get like with my team and whatever, and we're gonna, I gotta create an account, I guess. I don't know how it all works. We'll figure out what's what, and then we're gonna start doing our own thing, and then I'll restart the stream. But that way, if that's not your jam, hey, no problem. No problem. But yeah, we're about to finish this out. I just need some more metal. Looks interesting. Yeah, you're welcome to jump on the Hermitcraft Season 9 world and play the... I don't know what those words mean. What's a hermit craft and what's decked out 2? I'll look. Okay, decked out 2 is a game. I can look up that. What is hermit craft? Decked out 2. Decked out 2. Oh, decked out 2 seems to be a mod for Minecraft. Hermitcraft seems to be a gaming group. It's in Minecraft. Hermitcraft is a creator survival multiplayer. Okay. Word. I'm waiting on Atheists in about an hour. Explore a vast underground world to mine and craft hundreds of items, building up your modular outpost. Prospect for gems, refine resources. Give this a look. Looks interesting. I think it's not a game for me. But here's the link for it. I'm not really too sure what I'm thinking. This reminds me of a game that Alien, hold on. The Alien game that Reactive Drop. It reminds me of a building version of this game. Kind of looks like Astroneer. Oh yeah, okay, I see what you mean. Yeah, it does kind of look like Astroneer. No registration for EOD needed, just jump in and go. Oh, awesome. Okay. So I still don't mind doing PvE stuff. I really liked Alien Swarm. For free? That was a really fun game. For absolutely free. And it had some decent mods. Different weapons, all that stuff. I really liked that game. It's almost a game I want to get a little fishnicket in. And play just on easy difficulty and just vibe your way through aliens. Kind of a thing. So waiting on metal. We're making the metal. We have a bunch of injured beavers. Okay, we'll let that work out. Okay, so if that's the case, also welcome Stetchy. I hope you're doing well today. Stetchy's going to be one of my partners in the thing. PvE is very rudimentary, more like only for testing builds, while the whole 10v10 things will get filled. You'll get good around 5-5 matches. So, Stetchy, if you're here, considering I have not played the game before, I don't know if you can hear me or not. I'm hoping so, but I don't mind talking to myself. On the mirror's reflection and the record selection, I'm dancing with myself. Oh, ho, whoa. I might pop in just to play. Just want to make sure you understand this guy made Decked Out 2 in vanilla. I don't know what Decked Out 2 is. I can appreciate someone putting work on a thing, but y'all might be losing me when it comes to a culture reference that I don't have any measurement of what it is. That's kind of what I was saying before, is like, I don't know what... It's a card game played in Minecraft. Okay. Okay, that sounds awesome. And again, I'm not trying to be disparaging. It's just, if the expectation is for me to go, really? Oh my god! I don't know who any of that is. Yeah, I'm real old and real boring. I get it. Okay, so like I was saying, Stitchy, if you're here, I might pop into Engines of Destruction anyway, just to get my mech figured out. Hi. Okay, that's Zenny right there. Yay, the old and boring squad. Deck building, dungeon crawling. That does sound really cool. Yeah, I'm at the point where I have a ring, and it's not to call Captain Planet, it's for medical information, right? That's the thing. I don't have a wand because I'm a Sailor Scout. I have a wand because I need it to walk with. That's... that's where... yeah, that's where we're at. Medical information on you is smart, no matter the age. Yep. Yeah. Real easy. Okay, so I'm gonna reach out. Give me just a second here. My God, I can't type today. Ugh. Okay. I got my phone's lock screen with emergency medical stuff and a button to call an emergency contact without unlocking the phone. That's smart. I had that set up on my phone, but it was 99 cents a call for emergency services, which is great. Okay, this is getting built. We are going to finish this up in no time. I'm trying to think of what we'll do. Oh yeah, I actually watched them stream the building of Decked Out 2. The minigame is fun. Ah, okay. Whoa, whoa, whoa. Whoa, whoa. Yeah, I don't know what we'll do in the meantime. I reached out to Stetchy to see if it's worthwhile for me to get in right now solo, get set up, run a couple of PvE matches so I can understand the ramifications and complexities of the game. And if that's not what it's about, and if it's like, oh, it'll take 5 seconds to get your mech together. Alright. Oh, this is like immediate family. Oh, got it. Emergency contacts, all phones are able to call without unlocking. I'll have to check that. I don't know if my phone has that. Sounds pretty dope, though. Okay, so all the paper is done. We're just waiting on extract. This needs 2 workers. You already hauled all the stuff. No, that's fair. The only thing that I could do on my phone is I could say unlock the phone, or I could say I'm in an emergency situation, which will call emergency services, I think 911. But I think that's an extra surcharge, and because that was the case, I was like, I'm not going to do that. I thought the way it worked was any cell phone should be able to call 911 regardless. But, yeah. Anyway. Yeah, we just are waiting on extract and call this done. Whoa, whoa. Leg! Welcome, friend. Doing swell today. How are you doing, friend? Hope you're doing well, and I hope you're doing swell, and I hope you're doing well, and I hope you're doing swell. I don't need half this crap. You are Leg. Leg actually would be a funny third faction in Total Annihilation, because in Total Annihilation it's an old RTS, which I think I've talked about a couple of times. There are 2 factions, the Arm and the Core. Hashtag Arm for life. But Leg would be a neat other faction. I don't think we'll be playing this for a couple of sessions. We're going to be shifting over to a game called Engines of Destruction. Just you are the faction. Which actually I think was a faction in the core contingency. I thought there was like a zombie faction that you didn't have factories. You just had the commander, and the commander was also responsible for making units. Something like that. Did I not pump water? I did. I am? I didn't. This had to happen. Blurp. What they're talking about. Yeah, so I'm waiting to see what our plan is for today. We'll be switching over to Engines of Destruction at some point today. Then I'll be at least checking that out for the day. We'll see. Maybe it's the kind of thing I've built up in my head. Maybe it's not, and that's fine. Let's see what's... You can automate this? Why would you automate this? I mean, I'm glad you can, but... We're not sending stuff into space. We're not building a space platform. Automating that just seems silly Billy. We're good. Oh, okay. Okay, so it is a lot less sophisticated than I thought it was going to be. We're just going to see what this is about. So just to read off, you get 3 weapons, install them on your mech, set up weapon groups, change a couple settings, and you're good for PvP. This is a very early beta. There will be bugs and crashes. Played yesterday with a group of 3 to 5 people for 9 hours. The vibe was good. Probably just be 3 of us and some randoms will be fun. Okay, so I've asked Stetchy to let us know when. You can automate it for a buff, I guess. I mean, that's not a wrong or a bad answer. Great, and I gotta wait for this stupid drought, because I didn't stash enough bad water. Maybe we should get in and figure out the buttons first. There was one mech game I played that let you control everything. Reactor temperature, jump jet dampening, like all this crazy shit, and I'm like, man, this is what accountants do to relax, probably. This looks insane, and it was insane. I can't remember the game. No, it wasn't like a popularly named one. It was controls on the fly, not preamble. Like during the fight. I have no idea what it was called anymore now. It was years ago. But it was during the match. You're doing all the stuff. You're regulating the reactor temperature on the fly. It was very weird. It definitely is not what I would consider fun. But for some folks, awesome. And Timberborn's a fine game to micromanage, right? Struggling. Have you ever heard of a game called Captain of Industry? Because if you have not, I would recommend that you don't. That you don't play that one to try to relax, even though it's also map building and all that. Not map building. What am I trying to say? Base building and all that. Bum 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 bum. Yeah, I'm gonna go find it. I am not playing it anymore because of a kerfuffle with the devs, which is unfortunate. But if you wanted a more complex, maybe, game of Timberborn, if you're done and satisfied with what Timberborn has provided, and you want something with a little more difficulty, this is one. Wah wah, wah. Plenty of workers now, just to have at. The premise of Captain of Industry is you, the captain, got into a... My video game knowledge is very narrow. Find a game, play it to death for years. Hey, no worries. That is not a problem. If ever you are interested in broadening your horizons, let me know, and I'll offer as much knowledge as I can for whatever genres you might be interested in. The idea of Captain of Industry is you're a captain, you get a bunch of people on a boat, and you leave your colony that was assaulted by pirates. So the old world, as far as you care, is now strange. You find an island, you get everything set up on an island, and you start fresh. You do research, metallurgy, farming, industry. Alright, and I gotta download some apps. Looks like we're using TeamSpeak instead of Discord, which is fine. Okay, now I gotta figure out what to do with this file. Okay. Sorry, I'm getting a little distracted. I just recently stopped playing my last game, Titan Quest, able to go on for about 4 years. Hey, that's awesome. Yeah, there's nothing wrong with that at all. I'm honestly a little bit in awe that you can get so much enjoyment out of that. So that's not an issue. In the directions for this game, I was under the assumption that TeamSpeak was really just for... Oh, I need a bad tide. Oh, crap. I was under the impression that TeamSpeak was really just for the developers and not... Dang it, man. I gotta figure out how to install this thing. Oh. Yeah, sorry, I'm a little, distracted. Oh, they only have instructions for Windows. Neat. Okay. But it sounds like we might be getting started with that on the soonish. And there's the drought, and we have tons of water. Well, the game is extremely long to beat it once. When you beat it, you get sent back to the beginning with all the equipment and magic. Okay, it's like a new game plus kind of a thing. Yeah, I can understand that. I'm trying to see how to get TeamSpeak installed on a Linux box, and I have no idea how to do that. But it does sound like we might be moving over to that sort of a thing, so I think we'll do... Yes, Jenny. Alright, here's what we're gonna do. We're gonna go ahead and raid somebody else. Like I said, what we're playing right now is probably not... well, what I'm gonna be playing is probably not as conducive. We're gonna go raid Nedved. We haven't been able to raid them in a while. If you're interested in, I guess, psychological thrillers, this might be an interesting one. Is it by uninstalling Linux? I've actually really enjoyed Linux for a myriad of reasons. Yeah, I'm on the download page. I downloaded the run. And I don't know how to run a run file, but we'll figure that out. Anyway, we're going to go raid Nedved in a second here, because I think... how are we feeling? We thinking this is probably a done deal? I'm waiting for a drought. I'm waiting for bad tides so we get the bad water so we can get the thing and launch the thing. I need 150 extract. And yeah, I think that's what we'll do. We'll just wrap this up. And that'll give me time to get some stuff going on. I don't know. 15-20 minutes is probably how long it's going to take for me to get the thing. The game running and everything set up and get into TeamSpeak. So let's go ahead and pause this. Here it is. This is, I'm going to consider this the finale for the thing. So thank you all for joining me. Really appreciate it. Sorry this one's a little on the shorter side, but yeah, I'll be back in about 20 minutes. We'll get some stuff going on for Engines of Destruction. But yeah, we're going to raid Nedved now and hit them up and see a little bit of what they got going on. Voices of the Void. So yeah, that's it for this chunk. Thank you very much for joining me, and I hope to catch you all next time.